Oh, what's going on, MJ Hurley? I'm Coach Bruce. This is Third Down Thursdays, the flagship ship of TDT Media. Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement's running wild. We have the first game of the NFL season tonight. We got the Baltimore Ravens against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm feeling good, ready to go. We got bets in. We got things going on. Got my string cheese and I got my beer. Let's get after it. Are you muted? MJ, you're muted. I don't hear you. It's gonna be one of those starts of the show.
Who muted me?
I didn't.
Who muted me? I was not muted. You got cream cheese and beer?
No, string cheese.
String cheese. Okay, I heard cream cheese, and I was very confused.
String cheese. I love like
String
a little
cheese.
snack.
Okay.
Little snacky poo real quick.
Bruce, I got a little snack for you. It's called the NFL.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm gonna gobble the shit out of that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are,
Dude,
Bruce.
Did you see the pictures real quick of the Packers Eagles outside the stadium?
No.
By chance or no? Oh, someone took a picture. I don't know if it was media or what, but someone took a picture of the outside stadium in Brazil.
Yeah.
And it just looked absolutely terrible in the area that they were at. It caused me to do a deep dive because it was basically clickbait. And I checked out the actual inside of the stadium. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The inside's fine. People are freaking out about the outside. And I know that there's a lot of criminal activity. We'll just put it like that. That's going on or whatever's going on around that area. But well,
real quick. Since we're on the topic, before we get into anything,
I'm listening.
Anything chaotic, I want to give a huge shout out to a friend of the program, a former employee of TDT Media, our boy Wendell, who is basically, because he lives in Brazil, he's basically the sole provider of media coverage for this game.
That's awesome. It really is awesome.
None of the Eagles or Packers beat guys have the access or capability to send out information other than like updating blogs. So they can't use Twitter. They really can't use social media.
No, that's awesome.
And Wendell is living his best life. He was at Packers practice today. He's doing a fantastic job.
It's significant. It's huge. Like, he lives down there. He's Brazilian. He gets to see all.
He is the local media. Accents, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. So I want to give a big shout out to the young man. I wish him nothing but the best. He's doing a fantastic job, and that's his wheelhouse right there. Like I even saw in his comments today, people are so happy for him, and he's just
he deserves it. Honestly, he's been busting his tail. He's been covering Packer stuff for a very long time, if I remember correctly. But I'm still gonna go with what I said before. Fuck him. Not because I hate him or anything like that. It's a respectful fuck him.
Right.
It's because it's a he's a Packers fan, so but no, it's really cool to see him doing what he's doing. I think it's awesome. Congratulations, Wendell. That's really cool. But
that's my only serious comment for the day. The rest are going to be wholeheartedly unserious.
Oh no, I'm gonna my bet and my pick will be serious. And excuse me, when we get there. The string cheese is amazing, by the way.
Dude, when we get there, cheese is very underrated.
Right? Like, string cheese ranks up there as like one of the OP. It's OP. Can
I get it? Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. No, I'm ready to go. I'm feeling good. Life is good. This might be the first show I didn't start out with in a while, not cracking a beer because I was opening up some string cheese. That's kind of funny.
Hey, you do what you got to do, honey boo.
Yay! I hear you. Sorry.
Yay!
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. That's fantastic.
She's awesome. That's my girl. That's my girl. But yeah, man. No, we so let's see. Before we get on the sports topics and more on the sports topics and stuff like that, let's see what's going on. this past weekend. Hilarious. Okay, we can go with it. How you doing, MJ? Oh, we're going back to me. Okay, Connor, keep up, bro. How you doing, MJ? Let up. What's new?
Not much. Oh, actually.
Oh, are you allowed to say anything?
No, not yet. Next week.
Oh, okay.
And
sorry, guys.
So also, Cy is at work right now. He's not here yet. He's in Texas. So we'll start with that. So we got Cy in Texas. We got Cy moved in last weekend. Met his mom, wonderful woman. I can see why Cy is the way he is now. His mom is awesome. She's like does not take no crap. Like it was fantastic to meet her. So we all went out to dinner Saturday night. Awesome. Those two, and then Paige and I. So we got Cy all moved in. He started working with my company on Wednesday. Yeah, started on Wednesday. Having the time of his life, doing a great job already, hearing great things. So very excited for him. This was his first week, so he kind of had to work tonight. But he should be back next week. And then he will be just right here. He'll be right across from me, and you guys will get Cy Cam. So what we'll do is we'll connect me and Cy to the same StreamYard, and we'll get a camera for each of us, and you'll be able to see and hear both of us all the time.
I didn't know Cy was going to jump on our show. It's news to me.
Well, not so. With StreamYard, you can connect the camera, but you don't have to show it all the time. So he'll still sit in the background. He'll just be,
fair.
He'll just be right there. So it'll be like a normal show where you can hear the producer.
Don't
see him. Yeah, so it'll be producer cam.
Oh yeah. But
that's my big update. Other than that, I will have a big update for you guys next week. Can't do anything publicly yet. I will though give an additional update that's mostly for Cy, partially for me, mostly for Cy. We have a couple things that we're going to be covering here in the area now that Cy is down here. So first of all, we're going to be continuing our SMU coverage. We'll be covering a couple.
Jerseys are fucking awesome, by the way.
Oh, dude, Connor, if you can pull up those new alternate jerseys that you sent to us, or Kenny sent to us.
When I saw that, I was like, yo.
They are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So if you can pull those, Connor, that'd be awesome. But we're going to be covering SMU football throughout the season. So you can expect to see that from the program. And then additionally, once the time rolls around, we are going to be dipping our toes into Mavericks G League basketball, which will be fantastic. So it is very ironic that the man himself, who hand up accountability, I've said some things about Luka Doncic. Thankfully, he's not on the G League team. He's not that bad.
He's a stud, dude.
But hey, I literally, to give some context, when I had the meeting with the guy, I said, hey, I just want you to know, if you look it up, you will find me saying some things about Luka Doncic. Okay. Nothing ever personal or like outlandish like that. Just, me critiquing him as a basketball player. And the guy was like, dude, I don't care. It is what it is. Like, you should hear the things they say on Dallas radio. Yes. Those uniforms.
Those are filthy.
How do I?
Oh my God, she keeps cracking up. That's funny. Sorry.
She heard my voice.
My daughter laughing in the background. But I love those jerseys. Those are sick.
Those uniforms are fantastic. So I'm excited to see those in action. Excited to see some Mavericks G League basketball. And then we'll do SMU basketball when the time comes around as well. And then, we're trying to get into a couple. There are a bunch of D1 schools within driving distance, within a couple hours. So we're trying to get ourselves involved with maybe another school. The one we really want is University of North Texas, because it is a D1 program across the street from Sunday.
That'd be sick. I should probably try to get back with Notre Dame even and actually cover games.
That'd be a good idea. But so just some fun things coming around here, and then pause. You will also see just some additional content coming from the Dallas team, I guess you could say now. Me and Cy are going to do a college football dynasty that you will see. We're going to record all of that.
Oh, I know. This is
going to be really fun. We're going to take the Bradley Braves to a national championship. So that's.
Sorry, I'm gonna bring Northwestern into your dynasty and whoop your ass.
Oh, honestly?
Oh wait, no, you have Xbox, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't then.
No. You could do one with Connor though, because isn't he rebuilding Nebraska right now?
Yeah, Connor and I talked a little bit about it. Yeah, he is. It looks like he's giving a thumbs up in the background.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd love to see Northwestern and Nebraska go at it.
That'd be hilarious. I gotta send it to him because
I'm actually using Northwestern's playbook.
You know what team I constantly use though right now, and I think maybe Connor will get some kind of little tiny bit appreciation for this. Is I like using Ole Miss a lot in that game. Like whenever I play online, I always use Ole Miss. I like them. I think they have a fun offense, and I think their defense is underrated. But anyway,
yeah, Connor might kill you.
Huh?
I said Connor might kill you.
Whatever. In any case, so real quick, so great week, great past weekend, by the way. I played basketball for the first time. Air quotes. I saw that. For the first time in a long time against like people that are against like my nephew, who is I'm not even kidding when I say this, 20 years younger than I am. And I kid you not, I put it like I put a beat down on him.
Yeah, you did.
But the problem is I'm sure he feels great still and fine, whatever. Like I feel fine. Nothing that really hurts other than the fact that I have meniscus issues in my knee. So my knee is still swollen, and that happened on Monday. It was on Monday, not Sunday. So yeah, it's healing. It's fine, but I'm used to it. But everything else is great, man. I got new running shoes. I better hope I do not turn the ankle on these because they have quite the high sole. But that's why these aren't gonna be like any kind of anything other than running straight, and that's it. And that's when this bad boy heals up. And yeah, dude, have some great bets tonight. Ready to have some fun, get after it. And I don't know, man. I don't even have I have controversial, I guess you could say, award winners, but I really don't have any controversial things to say this week. Like I'm just excited.
You're just happy. You're just excited.
I'm just excited, dude. I'm seeing a
Portillo's young man that's ready for some sports.
There's a Portillo's commercial on right now, and I might just say F it and order some Portillo's too.
I had Shake Shack today.
Shake Shack's okay. It's not bad. I mean, I don't mind it.
It's pretty fantastic. If you ask me.
I will say though, Portillo's has lost its way since they they went like hardcore corporate.
Really?
Oh my God, Taylor Swift's there for the Fighting Swifties. Uh-huh. Sure.
Wait, I don't know about that. I've not heard about their engagement with Taylor Swift.
No, I mean she's at the game, but apparently there was some kind of controversy going on. By the way, that speaking of controversy, oh wait, you know what? Actually, no, I should probably announce this too. We'll put that to the side, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Sorry, Connor, I just took what I usually say for you, but I might as well just do this. I agree with that. No, he's not wrong. I agree with that. Boom. Not today. Go ahead, scan it. Send me some dough. But no, in all seriousness, my birthday is coming up this Saturday, and let me tell you, turning the nice little 4-0, ready to get after it, have some fun. Got a lot of people that are coming out, friends, family, colleagues, former colleagues. Yeah, man. No, it's a lot of people have asked me. A lot of friends have asked me how I feel about turning 40, and it's kind of the same thing that I've said to, or I've heard from other people. Like, I don't feel like I'm 40. Like, I feel like I'm still like. I mean, I'm obviously not in my 20s anymore. Shit, I saw a video of me doing I did a flip in a pool last week, kind of a flip. And like I saw my gut, and I'm like, "Whoa, that got a lot bigger."
Whoa!
But yeah, man, no, it's I'm looking forward to it. Gonna have some fun, and yeah, it's going. No, it's not. Trust me, I know. Fair. It'll never feel like 60 to me. 60 will feel like 40 to me, and then 80 will feel like 60, and then 100 will feel like 80.
Bruce, if you live till 100, I will be wholeheartedly impressed.
That's the goal, dude. 104. So oddly enough, for whatever reason, when I was a little kid, 104. When I was a little kid, for whatever reason, there was a thought process that came across my mind as a little kid. Oddly enough, that I would pass away at the age of 104. And like my sister did the ancestry thing, and they found out that a lot of people on my dad's side lived to that age, like around 100, 96 to 100.
Really?
On my dad's side, yeah. On my mom's side, they had a lot of other people that lived like fairly long, but if they didn't get stricken by like a stroke or like cancer
right.
or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, dude, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Dude, my dad's 75 years old, and the guy's like still working third shift. God bless him.
Dude, your dad's a tank. I love that, man.
Dude, like he comes over this past weekend and like, excuse me, pounds like some beers, and he's like, I gave him some food to eat, and he's like, best food I've had in a while. I'm like, oh, cool. He's like, all right, well, I'm heading out. I'm like, all right. Again, drinking some beer and heading out. Good for you. Just be careful. He got an Uber home, guys. He got an Uber home. But yeah, man. But no, I'm pumped. I'm on a lighter note, dude. I'm so fucking jacked right now about the NFL football season. Like, you know what's weird though? And MJ, like, I think you'll appreciate this.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more like, I guess, like cautious or more cautious this year than I was like last year. I think it's because of like basically like
for the Bears.
Yeah, for the Bears, because like I think because that first game I basically had to tuck my tail between my legs and just like run away. And like right now I'm like that.
What
like
happened? What happened for that first game last year, Bruce?
Yeah. What was it? It was over in like halfway through the third. Oh, it was over in the third quarter. It was 20-6, I think it was, if I remember correctly. At that point. But anyway, but yeah, dude. Like, hopefully, like we have a competent quarterback. And the only thing that I'm questioning right now is the interior or the offensive and defensive lines. That's it.
Which honestly, if that's your only question, you're fine.
Well, you can't pressure on a quarterback and you can't protect a quarterback. You're kind of fucked.
That is very true. You are out. It's a good try, though.
But hopefully, despite the fact that his sometime tendencies in college to hold the ball too long, talking about Caleb Williams, hopefully he's able to get rid of the ball fairly quick. By the way, okay, shout out to Rashee Rice. Okay, I have nothing bad against this guy. Like, you know, he was really nice. He's like friend of the show and stuff like that. I know he's had some legal issues.
I wouldn't say he's a friend of the show.
Okay, well, he was a friend of like
he almost was a friend of the show.
Oh, I messed that up. I remember. But how?
No, that's not even what I was going. Honestly, I call that more on him. Like,
oh yeah, no, I don't care. He got too big. That's all it is. He's like he thinks he's a badass. So that being said, how is he able to play in this game with the criminal investigations that are going on against him and things like that? Like this is like a dude. This is so for those of you that are like too young to know this. It's like a Lance Briggs situation. You get into an accident with a vehicle that's like going too fast, driving like a jackass. Just leave it and run away. As long as there's no one like fatality or hurt or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because obviously hey, just so y'all know, just a disclaimer, that's not any kind of legal advice or anything to do. But seemingly that's what happened here in this situation, and he's having no kind of ramifications from it.
I mean, he will have ramifications, but like he's a rich NFL athlete. His legal team is incredible. And there's very limited evidence about like specifically who was driving the car. That's the biggest thing is like trying to pin.
The car is rented he rented it. So
yeah.
legality standpoint, the only person that can drive a vehicle that's rented is the renter.
Yeah, but it's not that hard to say somebody else was driving it and then just take the hit from the rental company. Yeah, but it's still like the responsibility when you sign. You've rented a car before, right? I'm not 25. I can't rent a car.
So, like when you sign a contract or you rented the car, you are taking over all the responsibility and legal parameters and everything like that to that vehicle. So while him not driving it, quote unquote. You could say like, oh, like I was in the car, but I was drunk, so I didn't want to drive it, so I had like my buddy Joe to drive it. That could be something different. And believe me, I don't know the whole context.
Right, I don't either.
But yeah, I don't know. I just find it odd. Just find it odd.
No, I do too. 100%. Is it time for the young man?
What time is it? I don't even see what time it is.
Let me talk to you.
Oh, I think he's ready. I think he's ready because he said he's got a lot of things that he wants to throw at us this week.
Yeah,
So.
he said he's got a lot of things to talk about.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the greatest podcast segment in the history of mankind, the co-host of the Breakdown, Connor Davis with the Davis Division.
It's the most electrifying co-host in sports entertainment. This is the greatest sports segment in podcast history. It is your Davis Division.
My intro was already better.
Oh wait, hold up! Don't I have the?
Well, you had the energy going, so I had to keep the energy.
Fair. I did. Dude, I'm feeling good. Dude, with the NFL starting, ready to go.
Freaking MJ has Power 4 football credentials now. Oh my gosh, that's got me freak. SMU is in the ACC now.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me hear with it. Yeah, but what does MJ have?
Power 4 football credentials.
Okay, there you go. You said it weird the first time. It was like free gen.
Did I?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. sorry. No, but I mean, while we're on the topic of updates, I will have to rain check next week because next week Hardy is coming to the baseball stadium called the Dude here and performing. And I'm going to be like, I woke up in my boots this morning.
Wait, who's coming?
Hardy. You don't know Hardy?
Got it.
I'm excited. Oh my gosh, Jack.
Boo!
I like Hardy. Yeah, we were past the point in fighting. There'd be a curb you kick it to. Don't even. That's Hardy's good. Hardy's good.
Hey, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hear what you got for us. Let's have some fun. Let's get after it. Let's
Jack, how about you come up here and sing with me? I'd love to see if your camera works this time.
Whoa! Oh, baby!
It's an invitation.
Or 2 weeks ago. Wait, was it 2 weeks ago? Or was it last week?
No, it was last week.
It's last week, but it seems like it's every time.
The best was the black and white, though. The best was the black and white one that he had.
No, it was. No hate, Jack. No hate, Jack. No.
All right, let's run it. What do you got, Connor? What do you got for us?
Let me do this.
Damn.
Boom. I got to know when I need to cut it. But I do a little bit of something extra before, so I could have something funny before I actually start the video. So we know that I need to get this out. Huh? Oh, hey, Bruce.
Whoa.
We know that the week one kickoff is always, I'll give you a little bit of history. So since 2002, we've had this kickoff game. I know it seems really recent. I feel like it would be before 2002, but 2002 was the first time they started this kickoff game. And they started the tradition of the defending champ playing in 2004. So since 2002, 2004, they didn't have the defending champ playing the kickoff game. And then in 2004, they decided, hey, we should have the defending champ playing the kickoff game. It shows everybody like what they can do on the field right after they just won the Super Bowl. So from 2004 to now, except 2019, and I'll ask you who played in 2019, they've had the defending champ played. So who do y'all think played in 2019?
The Chiefs.
No.
Oh.
This was not a defending champ.
Oh. 2019?
Yes. And it's really, really easy for the both of y'all.
Packers.
Oh, it wasn't the Bears.
Packers Bears.
Oh my God!
But why would the Packers and
the
Bears?
100th anniversary.
It was the 100th season, so they picked the longest rivalry in football.
And that was a year after the Bears were. We had double doink, and then that was once again expectations of the Bears doing well, and then Trubisky was Trubisky, and yeah,
it's crazy.
And I didn't say true bust. Yeah, I did. But anyway.
Well, since 2004, the defending champ has only lost the kickoff game 5 times. And for the Ravens, if they were to lose to Kansas City today, it would be the second time they've lost to the Chiefs in a season opener, and it would be the 3rd straight time the Ravens have lost to a defending Super Bowl champ. So
that's crazy.
My question for you guys, and you can elaborate whatever you want to before the game really gets into the thick of it. I know we were talking about Rashee Rice earlier. Predictions for the game. I mean, by the time Kenny gets on, this game's going to be halftime, so we're not going to have a lot of good stuff. So we got to do it now.
MJ, you cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, no, all right. So I have 100 decided not to ever go against the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid. Andy Reid has a record of 16-7 with the Chiefs, I believe. I don't know if that's I think it's with the Chiefs combined record, 16-7 in the playoffs. 3-time Super Bowl champion Andy Reid. I'm not going against Andy Reid in this game. I think the Chiefs are favored by 3. I am picking the Chiefs to win this game by. I would actually change the. Oh man, I'll say they get -3. Chiefs -3, and I'm gonna say also right now that Travis Swift has a surprisingly good game. I think he's gonna have a good game here, but as the season progresses, I think we're gonna see he's not a top 10 tight end anymore.
Now, I would like to clarify, I didn't say this, but they're in Arrowhead, just for y'all that don't know. They're in Arrowhead, so.
Yep.
MJ.
All right. Very glad Bruce went first because somebody just called me. I don't even know if you heard that. Yes, exactly. I was like, why is this going off on my computer right now? Anyway, they may call back, so if they do, sorry. Perks of the position I'm in. So what I'm looking at in this game, I really don't think who wins this game matters. I'll be perfectly honest. It may come down to a little tiebreaker later. That's the only reason this game may matter whatsoever. What I'm looking for is the differences in these teams compared to last season. So one of the things Andy Reid didn't like about the Chiefs offense last season is he had to use Isaiah Pacheco too much. Isaiah Pacheco in the playoffs last year registered 4 games with 20-plus carries, which I believe was either 7th or 9th in all-time playoff carries in history of the NFL playoffs. That's not something that the Chiefs want to be doing. They're paying Patrick Mahomes. He's the best quarterback in football, and he should be the one with the ball when it comes down to it. Now, having a good running game is not bad, which we'll see when we get to the Ravens, but they added a bunch of wide receivers. They want that to be their strength. So what I'm looking for is, what does this passing game look like? Against a good Baltimore Ravens defense with stars at all 3 levels, what does their passing game look like? On the other side, I'm looking at what does their rushing game look like? By adding Derrick Henry, I wholeheartedly believe, and I should have put this as my pick when we did our giant survey for TDT Media. Shout out to Jack, by the way, for doing that. I should have put Derrick Henry as my pick for Offensive Player of the Year because I really believe.
Oh, AFC. Oh, is that hold on? Is that the official one you put in tonight?
Probably.
Don't elaborate on Offensive Player of the Year. We're going to talk about it.
Probably. But I'm going to talk about it because it's Derrick Henry. And I'll talk about it more later. But, like, just the thought of a Lamar, Derrick Henry read option terrifies me if I'm an opposing defense. What are you supposed to do with that?
He stays healthy.
How are you supposed to – I really believe he will because he's going to be behind an incredible offensive line. They've got some fantastic weapons. I really think that offense is going to be just incredible across the board. And I know that Connor won't like this, but when you have the reigning MVP and then you have the best running back in football, pure running back. CMC, I don't really count as a pure running back. He's half a slot receiver. When it comes down to it, I think the Ravens running game will play very well in this reign. I think Ravens will.
I like it. I'm actually not mad about it, but I'm not going against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Yeah, but when will Derrick Henry's age catch up to him? He's 30 now.
Probably next year, but not this year.
I think this year, dude. He has the highest carry rate, I think, in the past, like, what was it, 4 years with the Titans.
In the past 5 years, he's had out of the past 5 years, 4 of them he's carried the ball the most out of anybody.
Yeah. So it's but you know what though? At the same time, there was no quarterback. So to that point, there was no quarterback that the Titans had that was as good as Lamar Jackson either. So teams were stacking the box, knowing that Henry was the only threat for the Titans at the time. So we can't just completely say that, like, you know, he's screwed over or he's done now, but because you have multiple options there in Baltimore aside from Derrick Henry, because you're not going to stack 8 in the box against a former MVP that threw for over 4,000 yards and had an insane touchdown to interception ratio, who also can run. So I don't know, man. I think while there's a part of me that thinks his age is going to catch up with him, he doesn't have to carry the burden of every single like offensive like prowess that the team has, because there's others around him that can carry it with him.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
I just think people are overhyping the Derrick Henry signing is all.
I don't think it's the best. I mean, again, I don't think it's like the greatest signing in the history, but like I think it's just it's a solid signing. I think that's what I think of it as. I don't think it's like, oh my God, that's going to put them over the top, but I don't think it's hurting them at all by any means.
No, but that's the argument, though.
Let's just talk about this real quick. Derrick Henry played all 17 games last year, rushed for 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns.
Well,
like, I don't understand, Connor. I don't understand where you're getting this that he's going to slow down and be old. He's going to be way more efficient.
Jack, that's awesome.
He's going to be way more efficient because he doesn't have to rush
the
most of anyone in the league.
Fake it. Just keep going.
Even though he had a good amount of yards last year, MJ, you have to look at the year before that. You have to compare his years to his years. You can't compare his years to other people's years. He had 1,500 yards and 350 carries in 2022. That dropped to 280 and 1,100 yards the year after.
You want to know why it dropped, Connor? Because their offense sucked.
Yes, but I'm simply
never on the
comparing
field.
Derrick Henry to Derrick Henry. I'm not comparing him to anybody else. 1,100 yards.
I already like totally like put a freaking pin in this argument.
So his yards per attempt was basically the same. His first down success was basically the same. He had the same amount of touchdowns, -1, and he did that all in 70 fewer carries. If anything, I would argue that's a more efficient season. His offense was horrible. The team was horrible. There was nothing surrounding him. He's going into the greatest situation in the NFL you could place a running back with one of the best systems for rushing attacks. How is that not an incredible move?
You know, nice.
I'm not like assuming this is going to happen. It is a concern of mine to just point out that, hey, he's on the other side of 30 now. As we know that running backs when they get to that age, they slow down. And now you're in a offense where Lamar Jackson runs for almost 1,000 yards every year. And I mean, can you please tell me a running back that has had over 1,000 yards with Lamar Jackson running the hill?
There has never been a running back with Lamar Jackson that was anywhere near talented as Derrick Henry's left thumb.
Exactly. You can't.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't.
Horrible argument.
I don't necessarily think it's because of the running back situation. I think a lot of it has to do with the play calls and the personnel they run.
So you're saying if it wasn't Lamar Jackson, Gus Edwards would have run for 1,500 yards?
I mean, I don't think Lamar Jackson's 800, 1,000 yards helps a running back. I mean, sure, you can read option and read option.
I'm not.
How many times are they going to option it to the running back?
I'm not saying that Derrick Henry is going to get 1,500 yards. I'm saying signing Derrick Henry is the best thing the Ravens could have done for their offense and for their championship hopes. I don't give a rip about his stats. I'm talking about the signing for the Ravens and the impact on Lamar Jackson's ability to run the quarterback position and the Ravens' ability to win. I couldn't care less about his stats.
I don't know why. I thought we were picking the game, not arguing this.
We already picked the game, and then Connor started saying stupid stuff.
Yeah, but the argument is that people think that this signing is what the Ravens need to get them to a Super Bowl.
Who?
Yes or no?
Yes.
They
have never had an impact player like Derrick Henry.
Hold on. All right. Hold on. Let's all right. So let's backtrack a little bit. Who was the main focus for the Titans? Connor. Who was the main focus for the Titans or against the Titans offensively? Offensively in 2023. Who was it?
I mean, the stats say it's Derrick Henry.
Okay, I don't care who. If you were the defensive coordinator for the Fighting Connor Davises, who would you focus your attention on against the Titans in 2023?
Derrick Henry.
Thank you. All right, so
hold on.
No, hold on. I'm not done. In 2023, who would you focus your attention on for the Baltimore Ravens? For the Fighting Connor Davises.
That's my middle name, actually. Lamar Jackson.
Okay, so now in 2024, for the Fighting Connor Jackson Davises, who are you focusing your attention on for the Baltimore Ravens in 2024?
You got to split it now.
Thank you. Nah, you can't split it. That's the thing. It doesn't work like that.
No, I get what you're saying. Now you have to focus. I'm not saying I dislike the move. There's just questions. There's concerns. If I didn't question anything or have concerns, we would there wouldn't be any content to the Davis
every
division.
Single day of his life.
The Fighting Connor Jackson Davises have been fired from the NFL. All right, next question.
Demoted to the XFL.
UFL.
No, I don't recognize the UFL. They didn't give me credentials. I don't recognize them as an existing entity.
Not anymore.
Okay, well.
The USFL was great.
Does anybody know, if you can remember in recent memory, the 2021 NFL draft, do you know who the 9th overall pick was by any chance? In the
Zach
2021
was number 2,
NFL draft.
Number 9.
Ooh. It wasn't Mac Jones.
I'll give you a hint. It's a defensive player.
Ooh.
If you don't get it, that's fine. I'm going to tell you anyways.
What team?
If I tell you, you're going to get it.
What position?
Cornerback.
Corner?
Sauce?
It wasn't Sauce, was it? No. Sauce was 2022, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
I was there. I was at the draft. Who was it?
He was a top pick.
Jalen Johnson.
I'll give you a hint. He went to Alabama. Of course, an SEC school. Of course, they're going to get picked in the top 10.
Oh, my God.
I got nothing.
So, this 9th overall pick received a bag. Now, Patrick Surtain, the second, became the highest paid cornerback in history as he signed a 4-year, $96 million extension with $77.5 million guaranteed.
Who was picked ahead of him?
I don't know. I'd have to look
in that draft.
In that draft, yeah.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, it was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance.
Oh yeah, that was the Justin Fields draft. Wasn't he 10th?
Justin Fields like 10th or 11th. Yeah.
And then, the tackle for the Chargers, Slater.
Rashawn,
yeah,
whatever his name
Slater
is.
was near the top.
Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna look at this real quick.
I know I looked at this the other day.
I don't mean to just yank this out of your freaking hands. That's what she said.
Well, I hope it's not like.
Whoa.
He was the second cornerback taken off the board. J.C. Horn went.
Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain 9th, 10th Devontae Smith, 11th Justin Fields, 12th Micah Parsons. Oh, the Bears can have Micah Parsons.
Imagine having 6 SEC players drafted in the top 10 before you get to a Big Ten player.
Oh my God! Save it for Kenny, okay? Save it for Kenny. All right, what do you got? What do you got for us with this?
So, anyways, he's the highest paid, right? So he makes now $24 million a year playing at quarterback, which he's highly deserving. So Denver's got to put that money somewhere because Sean Payton's definitely not putting it in a quarterback yet, and he's definitely not putting it where he needs to be putting it. So he's going to put it where he feels that it should be invested in. So Patrick Surtain is the man there. And so my question for y'all is, with this amount of money, should it be indicative of the best cornerback in the league? Is Patrick Surtain the best cornerback in the league?
Thanks,
Patricia.
He's very close to it.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Patricia.
Shout out to you, Patricia. That's what we love to see. Love to see that around here. We need more of that around here, Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia,
the comment. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you know next time we go live, Patricia.
And sub. It's
that kind of dedication that got Patrick Surtain to the point where he's one of the best corners in the NFL.
Oh my God, Tanner, we can hear you, bro.
I truly believe that if I wasn't busy listening to Tanner, I would have a thought process. Anyway, Patrick Surtain, if it was flipped, if Surtain was in New York and Sauce Gardner was in Denver, everybody would be talking about Patrick Surtain. It is clear to me that Denver paid him for a reason. Denver doesn't like spending money. John Elway and that program, they do not like spending money if they do not need to. They have let plenty of people go without spending money. Now, am I going to sit here and declare him as the best corner in the NFL outright? No, because I think it's very close. I think he has some qualities that maybe Sauce Gardner doesn't, and vice versa. I think it's a very arbitrary thing. There have been very few times in the NFL where we have like an outright best corner. He's not a Darrelle Revis. He's not the guy right now. But in order to keep him around, you have to pay him. That's the way the league is going right now, is if you want to keep your player who's top 5 at the position, you have to pay them as if they were the best. That's just how the league is going right now. So whether or not you like it, that's the way it is. They wanted to keep their guy.
Sorry.
Did one of your touchdown scores cash, Brucey Bruce?
No. They just did the anthem, and I actually stood and took my hat off. I don't even know. You didn't even see me do it. I stood and took my hat off and everything. I'm pumped. I am so jacked right now. Oh my God!
You see,
hook it to the veins.
Right. Use that adrenaline to talk about Patrick Surtain.
All right, so Patrick Surtain. I actually really do like him. He is a top 2 cornerback in the NFL currently right now. Here's my issue. Here's my issue with this. So the most important positions in the NFL field, in my opinion, are quarterback, tackle, protecting the tackle that protects the blind side of a quarterback, edge rusher, and cornerback. In that order. Okay. So I agree with MJ on this big time, 99.9%, because what MJ did say was it's kind of where the NFL is starting to turn. Where the NFL is starting to put their money into. You got to keep your guys, your best guys, on your team, and you're not you're not seeing that in some other places. So no, I completely agree with that. Jack already said what I was actually going to talk about, and Connor, you popped it up though. He's actually a really good cover 2 corner. But I also do think with the thing that he does really well though is it might be a cover 2, but he'll bounce sometimes, and he'll read the way he's able to read routes separates him from other corners. And also I think that does the same thing with Sauce, because Sauce is just an absolute freak of nature in that regard, and his athleticism. So yeah, he's not Champ Bailey level yet. Denver Bronco fans, calm down. Yeah. But he's really good, and Sean Payton is doing the right thing in Denver, and I think that Denver might surprise some people this year. I really do.
That's what I've been saying.
Bo Nix, baby. Bo Nix, second best rookie quarterback this season.
I don't hate that. I really do. I'm not like super on Sean Payton because, of course, he left New Orleans, but also because we kind of figure out who was the fraud in New Orleans for all those years. I'm not saying Sean Payton's a fraud. He's obviously has credibility in the credentials, but it's just something about him leaving New Orleans and stuff. I just kind of have like an emotional side to it. But I do like what he's doing in Denver. I kind of picked him to be a playoff contender last year, and I'm hoping they can do a little bit better this year because of if Sean Payton's on a wavelength with his quarterback, they'll do fine. But if it has a Russell Wilson type relationship and Sean Payton's treating Russell Wilson like he's like his illegitimate son who he raised from the bottom up and he can't do anything right, he's just a disgrace to the family, and he's going out just like sneaking out of his window just to get around, then yeah, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, dude, Lamar Jackson was 3-1 last year. His touchdowns, freaking interceptions. Sorry,
bro. Derrick Henry looks so good in a Ravens uniform.
He really does.
He looks like he's made to be a Raven, man.
That's all fun and that's all fun.
Such an incredible signing.
That's all fine and dandy, but
dude, you know what he reminds me of?
Over 4-1.
So you know who he reminds me of though, MJ is not Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis, like okay, so that might be old, so I'm gonna show my age there. But Jamal Lewis was an absolute.
I know Jamal Lewis
is of a running back, so that's filthy.
Jamal Lewis was part of their.
He needs to get his dad's arms. What's he doing?
Jamal Lewis was part of their Shannon Sharp team.
Yep.
What is this very treasure thing?
So I usually don't talk. I don't like to talk about the Saints a lot because I feel like that brings in a little bit of bias and it's not super good for me.
Oh man, MJ never talks about the Packers. I never talk about the Bears.
Right?
Yeah, but there's I only bring this up because there's something interesting about this game. And yes, they're playing the Panthers, but there's a couple stats I found out that I was like, well, I need to share this. I need to share this. So let me just share because it's interesting to me, although y'all aren't Saints fans. So hopefully it's a little interesting to y'all. But the Saints, as of active streaks in the NFL, have the longest win streak when it comes to season openers. They have a 5-game win streak for their season openers.
The second place person.
Only
5 games. Come on.
How many do you think the second place team has? Teams have
like 2.
3. So the Saints are doing something better in terms of season opening. They won 5 straight, and now they're playing the Panthers in New Orleans, and it's interesting because my buddy and I were talking. There's a guy on YouTube that bets against teams where they would have an upset. And this is his bet. He thinks the Panthers are going to win because he did the math. And for people that have swept their division rivals the past year, the next time that those teams play, there's a 65% chance that the team that got swept wins.
Yeah, he's going to lose that bet.
So now, based on his math, the Saints have a 35% chance to win this game. Now, their last meeting, the Saints won 28-6 in New Orleans, which I'm a very big believer in. The Saints really play hard at home. They always have. Even though I've never seen the Saints win a game in the flesh, it's horrible. Every Saints game I've been to, they've never won. I hate it. I feel like I'm a curse. And I've been to 4 or 5, and they've just never won. They've lost in overtime to the New York Giants when Jameis Winston won like 5 games in a row. But my question to y'all is, with this stats, although it's not the most exciting game to listen and hear about, who do y'all think wins this game?
I'm going to put it out there right now. The Saints win this game. Panthers have one of the worst rosters in the NFL. They might be vying for another. Oh wow! They might be vying for another first pick. They're at least in the bottom 5 in the NFL. I'll say that. So Saints win this game. Your boy on YouTube doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't disagree. I really don't. I don't have much there. I think the Saints are a significantly better football team than the Panthers, and that's not saying anything about the Saints.
Yeah, no, and to be honest with you, the fact of the matter is that the whole division is significantly weaker than the Falcons. All right, I'm sorry, like it's significantly weaker. So yeah, no,
That's okay. The Falcons are my pick for the winners.
No, I know.
But
I'm not hating on what you're saying. I mean, I picked the Packers to win the division for the NFC North, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, though, that like the Panthers are like, I shouldn't call them trash, like because they're all like professional athletes, like are like the best of the best. But man, that's a PI. Not very good. Just not very good right now.
Well, I do want to note something just real quick. Dave Canales is now the head coach of the Panthers. Nate and I talked about it on Tuesday. But when Dave Canales was in Tampa Bay last season, Tampa Bay had the worst rushing offense in the league. They were dead last at 32nd. Jack and I was talking about it on Discord earlier today. And now he goes to the Carolina Panthers, who, yes, he can help Bryce Young. But what I was talking about on Tuesday is the only way to help Bryce Young is to take the pressure off Bryce Young. How are you going to take pressure off Bryce Young when you had the 32nd best rushing offense in the league last year? How are you going to run the ball when now you have the head coach who was the commander of the 32nd best rushing offense in the league? How are you going to take pressure off of historically one of the worst rookie campaigns the number one overall pick has ever had? Less than 3,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. How do you do that?
Hold on. Didn't the Buccaneers draft a guard?
They drafted Graham Barton.
No, in 2023. So
Just now?
In 2023, not in 24, but last year, the Buccaneers ended up drafting a guard. I can't remember.
They drafted Kalijah Cansey, I think. They drafted a defensive end.
Not in the first round. I think in second or third round they drafted a guard.
Oh, in the second round?
And then
they drafted Cody Mock.
And then didn't they also get a free agent, one or two free agents? All right, you don't have to research that. It's all good. Not a big deal. I thought it was to your point.
Huh? I thought it was to your point. I want to help out your point,
No, you're straight. But I think that so you help out a quarterback by like cementing your running game. Like that's known. That's been years of knowledge behind it. Like hopefully this weekend that Caleb Williams only throws the ball 25 times and they run the ball 40. All right. So let's say it like that. All right.
Connor would love that. You can trash talk Caleb Williams more.
Oh no, it's fine as long as he throws for 20 for 25 and 225 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I'm cool with that.
True.
But no, I just think that I was I'm sorry, I was focusing on this while you were talking, Connor. Sorry, what was the rest part to your point?
How do the Panthers take pressure off Bryce Young when now they have a head coach who was the commander of the 32nd best rushing offense?
Did the Panthers? Okay, thank you. That's what it was. Did the Panthers draft off any offensive line this year or acquire any offensive linemen to help in that regard? They
got Robert Hunt from the Dolphins. And I can't remember if they drafted. They drafted Xavier Legette and Jonathan Brooks for the first and second round pick. I like him. He's a good corn-fed country boy.
I do like Legette. All right,
but this read option. Hold up. This read option with Lamar and Derrick Henry is disgusting.
Oh, you so right. I just saw it right now, MJ.
Come on, let's get out. You can give Bryce Young all the weapons you want, but if you can't take pressure off of him, what good is it?
None. It's not good at all.
But you also have a quarterback that's not very good either.
So let me be clear. I like some of the things that they're doing in terms of coaching changes in Carolina, but that has to match on the field. The personnel that they have do not match anything. They're motioning out Derrick Henry. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Stop. You're ahead of me.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I was like completely ahead of you. I'll stop.
Get up.
We should just do
Get
a
up.
watch party, to be honest.
No, I should have done it.
But no, like Bryce Young is going to suffer, and he's going to suffer for an extended period of time, and that's just going to be the way it is. I'm sorry, that's just going to be the way it is.
Andy Reid getting all upset. Sorry. Doing that gum, baby. Come on.
Give me that cheeseburger.
I'll take a cheeseburger right now. Shit.
I had a cheeseburger for dinner. Gotta get that
That's Subway
beef,
sub,
baby.
baby.
I haven't had dinner yet.
Hey, Bruce.
Hold on. I got Derrick Henry anytime touchdown, so please tell me that.
I wish I could bet on games in Mississippi.
Hey, Connor, what was that about Derrick Henry not being a good signing?
I didn't say that.
Touchdown of the NFL season.
Roll back the clip. I didn't say that.
I knew I should have done the
Plowing
first.
through
You knew
the
I should have
Chiefs.
done first.
No pause.
Roll the tape back.
No
It
pause.
was a concerning question.
Plowing through the Chiefs.
We got to have content in this division, or it's going to be if
Derrick
you just,
Henry. No.
if you
look
just
me in the
agree
eyes
with
right now.
everything, there's no.
Full screen me. I don't care about your little prediction segment later. Derrick Henry is winning Offensive Player of the Year. He is going to have one of his best and most efficient seasons as a rusher, and the Ravens are winning the AFC.
Clip it,
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, dang it. No. I also had, let's try it. All right, so I got my Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown score. I need my Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown score. And I need Lamar Jackson to rush for. Okay, so, all right, we'll put it out there, boys. Let's put it out there. My one bet to win $340. I need Lamar Jackson over 46.5. Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown score. Derrick Henry anytime touchdown score. So we got one of three so far. All right, whatever. And then on the other one, we have Lamar Jackson. This was my bullshit one. Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown score. Patrick Mahomes anytime touchdown score. And Chiefs money line. Whatever.
We'll see.
Well, we're going to predict the next couple of awards. I can stay on if y'all want me to kind of moderate, or I can leave it.
Well, we gotta
Doesn't
wait
bother
for
me.
are we gonna wait for Kenny to jump on?
No, this is y'all's rant segment. So Kenny's just gonna predict the games, the rest of
You
the
know,
game.
you do that, though. You know what's great? Homeowners insurance while you are making those predictions.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And ladies and gentlemen, you called Jeff Ward's happening at some. Wait. Oh wow, I just blanked. 704-464-4544. I don't know what Third Down Thursday sent you or TDT Media sent you. Wow, that was the first time that I've had like a loading type thing on my face right there. I couldn't remember the number.
There's a free emoticon
Uh-oh.
in the shop.
Well, maybe I did. I don't always get everything. But before the season starts,
It's the Giddy
Bruce and MJ are going to predict who they think is going to win. What are we going to do? Rookies, Opoi, Depoy, and MVP?
Well, you know what? You stay
Or do
on
y'all
real
not want to
quick.
do rookies?
We can do rookies. Of course, we're doing rookies. Caleb Williams, rookie of the year, done.
Because we covered the draft and everything. So, I thought it was rightfully so.
No. Well, hold on. Give me a second. I should have done this earlier, but Connor, you and MJ talk real quick. Daddy's got to pee.
I might honestly take that and make that the beginning part of the video. And then
I would love that. I would love that so much. Real quick, Connor, what do you think of the kickoff rule?
Me and Nate did a segment on it, and I think it's awful. I
Really?
hate it because And we talked about it. You talked about it as well because you were like, "Oh, what if they have like their big offensive lineman out there, having Trent Williams out there just going running 25 miles an hour towards like a frail undrafted free agent?" And it's cool. I haven't seen enough of it to like it. Honestly, whenever we ask fans, when we see change, we automatically think it's a negative thing and are like, "Oh, we don't like that because that's not what we're used to over time," right? So I don't like it as of now because it's too much anticipating and waiting. There's not enough of like go, 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 go. Yeah. And with those smarter players that are coming from undrafted free agent signings, they really can't have a play in mind that say, "Hey, I'm going to run straight this way or go to where that ball is going to go." They have to almost just wait and sit back. And they don't have a mindset of, okay, this is what's going to happen because now they're just anticipating everything.
Fair.
So that's my take.
I don't know. I don't mind. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I think it just gives more opportunity for more returns, and that's the goal, I would assume. But
it's safety. It's a safety thing.
Oh no, that's exactly what they implemented it for. But at the same time, though, if they wanted safety, they would allow the old school way. That way, the kicker can kick the ball out of bounds every single time, like they did last year, and then starting at the 25-yard line. Whereas now, that at the very least, they can, if they kick the ball like that, they start at the 35, I believe, or they catch they catch the ball. Is it the 30?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought it should be the 35. But now they're catching the ball between the what though? I think it's the goal line and the 20 or goal line 20.
Yeah.
And that's the area of what's the word? The catch area. There's a term for it. I can't remember the name of it. The receiving area. Anyway.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Mama, there goes that man. Don't let him get over 90 miles an hour. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm done.
That's going to be the first thing that comes out of anybody's mouth when the intro ends.
Oh, Mama, there goes that man. Don't let him get over 90 miles an hour.
Oh, there's a flag on the play, though. Hold up.
Oh,
I know y'all are excited about this game, but we need to get everything we need to get out of before 9 o'clock hits.
Oh, yeah, true.
So let's go offensive rookie of the year. I would love for you to elaborate more on it just being a biased Bears fan pick, Bruce. So,
word, I'm down. We can talk about this.
Just give us some education.
Education. Come on now. It's Caleb Williams. Stud. No. Like, genuinely.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I can't say anything. MJ's like, what? Go!
Xavier Worthy on the reverse. This offense is nasty.
Dude.
The NFL is screwed.
Dude, all I need. I already have 2 of my 3 freaking
and that was the big boy one, right? Huh? That was the big money one.
No, I got the big boy one. Huh?
That was the one that wins you like a good amount, good chunk, huh? Right?
Yeah, that's a $340. My bullshit one wins me like 400 something. Dude. All right, all I need is Lamar Jackson. I need Lamar Jackson over 46.5 yards rushing. That's all I need.
Oh my gosh.
Whew. All right. Anyway, let me finish my. Sorry. My bad, Connor. My bad. Ladies and gentlemen, my fault. We're just pumped right now. It's NFL football season, betting season. Let's have some fun. All right. So So a little factual information. I didn't know what Connor was going to drop us. I mean, I knew we were going to talk about this, but one of the things I actually do like about him is, and these aren't going to be statistical information, just so you guys know. It's going to be MJ chagrin is the eye test, eye vision, like, everything I see, what he's doing and everything he's talking about, whatever. he has been trying to get to this position, starting quarterback, first round pick, his entire life. He's done everything he possibly can do in a way that has been the most humble way about it, with the expectation of him being a number one pick to make it to the NFL at a quarterback level. And it's kind of cool to, and I had those second thoughts. I had those things that I was like, you know what? Okay, maybe this guy's going to be kind of a douche or whatever. They creep in my mind a little bit, but overall, everything that I saw from him, everything at USC, whether that be him being upset after he lost a close game, I think it was against Utah, and crying in the fans or crying to his mom in the stands. So what? If my mom was still around to this day, and I talked about this on one of the previous shows like months ago, I would have done the same thing if I could do that and hang out with my mom again. It'd be great. Oh my God, he paints his nails. So what? We also have Dennis Rodman and Jim McMahon doing stupid shit like that here in Chicago. All right. All right. So he's a terrible leader. First quarterback or first rookie player in Bears history to get voted on as captain of the team. All right. So let's keep going. The Athletic writers have written him, I think, out of 32 votes, he had like the vast majority of them. I can't remember the number. My phone's over here, so I'm not going to look it up. Vast majority of them to say that he's going to be rookie of the year. Okay, so there's like your stat, or I guess your attempted thing. I just really liked seeing everything about him right now and the growth that he's making. Here's the one area of concern that I have for him, and it is that area of holding the ball on too long to get the big play. Just especially in the NFL, just take the dump off. If it's there, just take the dump off. Just don't if the first read, second read's not there, all right, cool, just go dump off. Don't try to do something too crazy. Don't hold on the ball too long. Just do that. I just think that he's gonna snap. I think he's gonna be a different type of player that the Bears have never had, and I think that oh man, I'm just hyped, dude. It's gonna be a fun year. I think it's gonna be a great year. They're gonna surprise a lot of people. Again, I think there's gonna be 3 playoff teams in the NFC North this year, and I think the reason why the Chicago Bears are gonna be one of those playoff teams is namely because of Caleb Williams.
Offensive rookie of the year? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, NFC rookie of the year.
Yes.
No, offensive rookie of the year, right?
Oh yeah.
Not because it's not split up by NFC.
Yeah, no, it's not just.
Bruce was just saying that because he wants Caleb Williams to win.
That's fine. It's going to be an NFC player, but it's going to be Malik Neighbors. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to do it to you. And part of that.
I think it's okay. It's okay. You're wrong about a lot of things.
That's
Talk about his bet. Talk about his bet too, MJ.
His bet
with Jaden Daniels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt this because it's bad for
no, you're good.
But
okay.
Him and Jaden Daniels now have a bet that they owe the other person $10,000 if either of them wins offensive player or offensive rookie of the year. They made a $10,000 bet because they both went to LSU. Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
Oh,
they have a $10,000 bet. Okay, MJ, sorry.
It's definitely not Jaden Daniels. That's for sure. And it's definitely not Caleb Williams. And the reason being, I don't think their franchises are going to be good enough to garner them the recognition they deserve at the quarterback level. I think Malik Neighbors is going to have one of the best seasons for a receiver as a rookie since OBJ. And that's not because of Daniel Jones. That's not because of the success the team will have. That's just because that's how good he is. And so I think when you take Malik Neighbors and put him, and he will probably have a top 10 or 15 season as a receiver, and then you compare the seasons Caleb Williams or Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels may have compared to the rest of the quarterback pool, they're not going to look nearly as impressive as what Malik Neighbors would be able to put up. And the biggest reason being there's nobody else for Daniel Jones to throw the ball to. There's literally not a single other. There's not a single other qualified offensive weapon. So even if Daniel Jones throws the ball 15 times and misses 5 of those 15 times, it's still going to be a very productive relationship because he is the clear one.
10 of 15.
He might.
Oh shit.
No, I don't hate that because it's precedent. MJ has acknowledged, hey, OBJ won it in 2014. There's a wide receiver Giants player who's won Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's the precedent set, so it's not a bad bet. But I actually have Malik Neighbors on 2 of my fantasies. I took a risk on him. I think he's going to pay out for the Giants. I hope he does. I hate when people waste their first round draft picks on crap.
Receiver in Chicago for Caleb Williams to throw the ball to. 2 of which will have 1,000 yards received. 1 will have 800 with a tight end. That's also getting about 650, 700 yards receiving.
And then I'll have Connor do a whole segment about how it was a career year for Cole Kmet.
Me? I'm not the one that was in that argument.
I forgot about that.
That was you and Bruce. Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Because it's more fun
That was
than throwing Bruce under the bus.
Okay, Bruce, who's your Bears Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Ah, Jesus. That's honestly, God, the one that I've been kind of fucking.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Grab the guy.
Do it.
Grab who?
Nope. Nope.
Do it.
I want to be stupid, and I want to say because I actually put in. All right, so before I say anything, I want to actually tell about the bet that I put in for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I want to make sure I get this correct. All right, so Defensive Rookie of the Year, I actually have a bet in. Oh, it's not there anymore. No. So I had a bet for Austin Booker to win.
Oh my gosh.
I did. Just because I was like wanting to just dick around and be like, you know what, whatever, let's have some fun. Okay. So that being said, I don't want to do Latu because everyone's going to do a Latu.
I don't like that pick. I think he's going to be injured like Anthony Richardson.
Oh boy.
He's very injury prone. He was injured in college. He was injured at the Senior Bowl. What makes you think he's not going to be injured in the NFL? He was the first rookie taken off the board, though, so you got to take that into consideration.
He was the first rookie taken off the board. He was
well, defensively. No, he was the first.
He was the number 1 overall pick. When did that happen?
Excuse me. I thought that was understood. Sorry.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to do it. Dallas Turner. Whatever. Let's go with some Alabama love. Dallas Turner with the Vikings. They need somebody to do well on that defense. Their defense isn't very good. Honestly, them losing JJ McCarthy too offensively, the defense is going to be on the field a lot. I do like Justin Jefferson. I do like I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with that. Just pulling it out of my ass right there. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I mean, I appreciate the honesty. I'm going to go with somebody who's actually going to get burned for 60 minutes tomorrow, and then they'll have a great 16 games after that. I'm going to go with Quinyon Mitchell.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Who dominated the Senior Bowl, has some of the best man-to-man. Why is Taylor Swift on my screen? Nobody gives a rip.
Because she's wearing a push-up bra.
Stupid little, because she's got nothing going on, just like her relationship with Travis Kelce. Dear goodness. All I have to say, go. Okay.
What?
Quinyon Mitchell has some of the best man-to-man coverage that I have seen in a long time out of a rookie DB. I think he is going to be somebody in that Patrick Surtain conversation in the next couple of years. I love him in the Eagles defense. I love what he's going to be able to do with a very good defensive front in Philly. I think he gets burned tomorrow night by the Packers, and then he has a great 16 games after that, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Dude, the Chiefs' offense is just insanely fast.
Yeah, this is like nobody's beating this. And Isaiah Pacheco's only getting screen passes.
Like all Mahomes is doing throwing slants. He's throwing slants and screens.
He's literally doing the Madden slants glitch, but in the NFL on primetime in opening week. Oh my gosh. Did they just have Roquan on Rashee Rice? No wonder that went poorly.
Yeah,
it's like the Packers lining up Preston Smith on Justin Jefferson.
Hey,
Oh,
don't talk
yeah.
about Preston Smith like that.
He's an edge. He's not a DB.
Yeah, but he went to Mississippi State.
Couldn't care less. Like, if Caring is up here and I'm on the second floor of an apartment building, Mississippi State, anything is on the ground level.
Well, I care, but I also care about Offensive Player of the Year. So keep in mind, if Offensive Player of the Year shares the award with MVP, we can have an MVP be an Offensive Player of the Year. I would advise you not to spoil
I'm not
your
sharing
MVP.
It's not.
I would hope you say a different player.
It almost never
gets
gets shared. What are you talking about?
It gets shared a lot.
When was the last time it got shared?
Probably Patrick Mahomes.
What year?
No.
I want to say his first MVP. Possibly. I'd have to look that up. But
Offensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill. Upside, like he's going to just dominate like always. Hopefully, his injury. He reassured all the fantasy owners that everything's going to be okay. I don't know if you guys saw that press conference or that little clip from the press conference. It was kind of funny. But Tyreek Hill, I'm going to say, is the Offensive Player of the Year.
That was
1,400 yards receiving. 1,400 yards receiving. I'm going with. No, more than that. 1,600 yards receiving. Boom.
Okay, MJ. It's on you. I'll get that stat for you.
Offensive play. Wait, who'd you say, Bruce?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Offensive Player of the Year.
I was dead on the money.
No, you were. I saw
MVP.
That. You were. Oh, I already said it. I already said it earlier. Offensive Player of the Year is Derrick Henry. I think
he's going to say that.
I did say that. I did, and I got to back that up. Offensive Player of the Year is going to be Derrick Henry. I think the combination they will have in Baltimore is going to be lethal. I've already seen it in the first quarter of this game. It is impossible to read on the defensive side that read option between those
Ladies
two.
And gentlemen, all right, so sorry to interrupt you. Take that bet right now. If you believe in MJ right now, take that bet on DraftKings because right now it's at plus 5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, take that.
Yeah. So I like it. Mine's not as good. Mine's like plus 700 across the board. 750 on FanDuel.
Okay, what about your betting margins for Defensive Player of the Year? We got 12 minutes.
Micah Parsons. I'm gonna go with Micah Parsons because dude's an absolute freaking beast, and a lot of people are in Dallas, and I understand why they're hating on them. But Diggs comes back this year, and yeah, let's go with that.
Now, does he get a contract?
No, because he's gonna go to the Bears.
Okay, MJ.
Does who get a contract?
Micah Parsons, and he said no because he's going to the Bears. Okay.
I also agree with the Depoy. He does get a contract.
Fair.
Perfect. Now y'all just spared 11 minutes for your MVP rants.
Oh, what about Coach of the Year, bro? We gotta get Coach of the Year too.
Okay, you can get Coach of the Year first.
Matt Eberflus, dude. You know why, Kenny? I see you in the background because he's going to end up leading the Chicago Bears to a 10-7 season, causing and a playoff berth, first one since 2020 COVID. All right, we're going to get after it. Eberflus is the truth. There's a lot of comparisons between him and Lovie Smith now that's going around. A lot of the players believe him, the things that he's doing. Get after it. Matt Eberflus, the Coach of the Year. Which honestly means absolutely jack shit because Matt Nagy won it too.
MJ.
It's not Eberflus. I have a hard time with this.
Agreed.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprising teams this year. That's generally who it goes to. I'll go Sean McVay with the Rams. I think they're going to have a very good season. I think they They probably won't.
Oh, you're covering that. Boo.
So that doesn't. Yeah, and that's why I know that I like their team, and I think they're going to do a very good job. I think it'll be a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, I like Sean McVay. I think they'll at least get a wild card, if not win the division. If the 49ers slip it all, the Rams are going to be sitting there waiting.
Ooh, okay,
So
I like that.
Not Dennis Allen? What are we doing here?
No.
Who?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. Okay, MVP, you got 10 minutes. Take as long as you want, Bruce. I don't know if you've actually thought of this or wanted to rant, but that is what this video's title is, and it will be the title of a video that I make in a later date.
So wait, real quick though. No, real quick. We had the cover. We had the cover of our show tonight, being the man, the myth, the legend. Excuse me, himself. Aaron Rodgers as the MVP, Connor. So I want to hear. Nice. I want to hear your reasoning behind that before, not or after I talk about this. All right. So Ravens better recover that. Hold on. Ah, shit. Whatever. All right. So, all right, we're gonna sit back here for a second, boys. Lean back a little bit. All right. So I have two picks. Okay, I have the pick that I actually do think is going to be the MVP, and I have the pick that's a good long shot to win MVP. They're kind of tied too. There's two that are the long shots that are kind of tied. Okay, we're not going to be long about this. So I had a repeat of last year being in the Super Bowl, talking about that last week. It'd be the Chiefs versus 49ers in the Super Bowl with the Chiefs winning it. All right, you have the best quarterback in the NFL. All right, best quarterback in the NFL, potentially best quarterback of all time. Are we serious right now? We're doing Wildcat with a fake reverse to Mahomes. That was somehow worked okay. That being said, I'm going to stick with Mahomes as my for sure pick as the MVP of the league this year, because I do think that he will solidify another just a solid year. All right, so God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. All right, so my two long shots though for MVP, one of which is Joe Burrow, because I love Joe Burrow. I think he's going to have a year. He's finally healthy, completely healthy. Doesn't have that nagging injury anymore. While Jamar Chase did hold out, okay, whatever. He's back. He's good. We still have T. Higgins. I say we, but I think Joe Burrow would be a solid second choice for a decent. Hold on, let me look it up. Plus 1,000, and he dropped it. Wow, another drop pass.
I can't believe he dropped that.
Yeah, same. Mahomes dealt with it all year last year. All right, and finally, my freaking surprise pick potentially for MVP, which would be a good run, would be Jordan Love. All right, hear me out. Pump the brakes, MJ. I know right now you're getting hard. All right, the only reason why I'm saying, I know I've been putting a lot of glaze toward the Packers the past few weeks, haven't I?
Talk to him, Bruce. Talk to him, baby.
No, but hear me out. Okay.
Oh, I'm listening.
I do talk a lot of shit about how Jordan Love only had 6 games of relevancy that made him, or 8 games that made him go off. But the dude's got an arm. He's got a cannon for an arm, and I just really hope it's going to be a two-team division for a little bit now, because I think it could be some fun stuff going on in the NFC North. All right, so the Bears aside, what you want from your quarterback, and we saw it with Patrick Mahomes, is you want him to make your receivers better around you. And I'm sorry, MJ, I think you can admit this. The receivers on the Chicago Bears are better than the receivers in Green Bay. If you put the receivers from Chicago in Green Bay, holy shit. Okay, but I digress. Jordan Love made people around him better. And that's what you want to see. And that's what Patrick Mahomes does. All right. So a good long shot would be Jordan Love as MVP this year.
Kind of stole all my argument. Honestly, I have like a list in my head. Like there's so many. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is a pick. I don't think Josh Allen wins it. That's an incomplete pass. And then I don't think Josh Allen wins it. I think Joe Burrow is a great candidate. I think Matthew Stafford, I talked about it earlier. I think they'll have a really good year. I think Matthew Stafford is a sneaky top 3. I think Love and Stroud. I think Love and Stroud both have a chance if they can do.
I don't think CJ Stroud has as good of a year this year as he did last year.
I think it will be interesting to see them spread the wealth among all those wide receivers. That will be my biggest concern. I just, again, I hesitate to pick Green Bay just because they are still the youngest team in the NFL. And in order for Jordan Love to win an MVP, they really need to win the division. And and I think it's possible. I'm not going to stamp my approval on it. I still think the Lions probably win the division. They're a more veteran team, a more put together team at this point in time.
My pick. That was my division pick, dog.
But also at this point last year, nobody thought the Packers could do anything. Went out, got a wild card, almost made it to the NFC Championship game. So I think there's a lot of potential there. If you're looking for some value picks, I think Jordan Love and Matthew Stafford would be some great value picks for MVP.
So who's your number 1 though?
Honestly, Lamar.
Wow. So you're going Lamar Jackson, MVP, and Derrick Henry, Offensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
So who'd you have in the Super Bowl?
I think the Ravens. I have the Ravens.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
I have Ravens Packers was my Super Bowl.
Oh, shit. If the Packers make the Super Bowl, Jordan Love makes it as an MVP.
Maybe. But he's not going to have the rushing touchdowns. I think Josh Jacobs takes up a bunch of touchdowns this year. I think he gets 10 to 12 and takes away a chunk that wasn't available to the running backs last year because Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon had such a bad
year. It'll be fun to see the Chicago Bears again against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But it'd be fun to see.
It would be very fun to see.
Now, I kind of want to comment on your picks, though, if you don't mind, with the little bit of time we have left.
Actually, bring in Kenny because I want Kenny. Kenny, you cool coming in right now?
He said okay.
All right, word.
What's up, fellas?
Kenny, what you got wearing tonight?
Little Penn State, Saquon Barkley.
Oh, sick.
That's hot.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Connor. What you got?
But I kind of want to comment on your picks. I don't think it'll be Patrick Mahomes. And that's because he has not had a lot of success when a new wide receiver regime has come in. He virtually has a whole new wide receiver core. Hasn't found a lot of success when that happens. First time one, he had Tyreek Hill. Second time he won, he had a lot of the same offensive benefactors. So Patrick Mahomes is out, for my opinion. Joe Burrow, until he can play a full season, I cannot bet on Joe Burrow to win the MVP. And so it leaves a couple of I'm not gonna pick Lamar Jackson because now they have Derrick Henry. Y'all think Derrick Henry is gonna take a lot of the offensive production, and that's fine. So Lamar Jackson's out for me. Do I think Dak Prescott will win MVP?
Of course. Oh my God.
Hold up. The answer is no. Until I see, although he got second place last year, until I see more people vote for him as a regular season candidate for MVP, that's when I will vote for Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of precedent set here. Lamar did win MVP his second year in the NFL, so C.J. Stroud could be considered.
I don't even know what I'm thinking right now.
So your 2024 NFL MVP
I don't know what I want to hear.
Is not Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to vote again. I'm not going to vote for Rodgers. I put that up there to make MJ give him a little rant sesh. Rich Gannon did win MVP back in 2002 at 36 years old. So we do have that right here.
Yeah, he was a stud for the Raiders.
And he was a stud. He took them to the Super Bowl too. Exactly. Do I think Aaron Rodgers can do it? I don't know. I haven't seen him play in the Jets uniform besides 4 snaps. Honestly,
He's playing on a field that's going to cause him to tear another freaking
7 seconds.
If I had to pick right now, and y'all going to call me the biggest glazer, my pick would be C.J. Stroud. And there's precedent here. Lamar Jackson has won it the second year in the NFL. So to say somebody cannot win it their second year is wrong because we've seen it before. C.J. Stroud has another.
Running the ball too, though. He also that year at the time he had like the second most rushing yards from a running back.
Sure, but C.J. Stroud also had like a top 3 rookie quarterback season ever. So we also have to take that into consideration, and you can only get better from there, right?
Oh my God!
Once you add Stephon Diggs, is that safe to say? Can we only get better?
I will take it. All right, we're gonna say this live, and I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Oh, Kenny, you probably want to jump in on this too. Caleb Williams will have a better year than CJ Stroud this year.
Okay. No.
What?
First of all, I do believe in sophomore slumps, so it is reasonable to think that CJ Stroud takes a minor step back, but I feel like the Texans have put enough around him to bolster and progress forward. I think CJ Stroud wins the MVP. I think he has a way better year than Caleb Williams. I think the Bears are going to end up not impressing as many people think that they will.
Oh my God, I can't wait for you to be wrong. And I can't wait to let it all.
I can't wait for me to be wrong. I can't wait.
Kenny and I agree on something.
But the fact of the matter is that offense is still very much the same. You have some new weapons, but the play calling hasn't changed a whole lot, in my opinion. So,
how's the play calling? How many wide receiver screens have you seen this preseason?
That's preseason, though. We don't know what they're actually going to
get to. Well, then you can use the same argument you just said.
Bruce, if we were talking preseason, Caleb Williams would be last in offensive rookie of the year voting. Did you see how crappy he played? So don't even pull that preseason card.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes played like doo-doo this preseason too. You could say
a lot of people did. Preseason doesn't matter.
Thank you. Boom.
And I agree. I just pulled that when I did that Caleb Williams segment that one time. I pulled it because it's content, Bruce. And as a passionate Bear fan, it gets you riled.
No, it didn't get me riled at all. It just made me feel like you're an idiot.
Well, a lot of things I say is not my personal opinion.
Aside from the SEC being better than the Big Ten. Got it.
Yes, but that's a story for another time because I think it's time for
what we got? All right, it's 8:30.
I think it's time for
hold on. We got to go through NFL picks and we got to go through Kenny's picks. All right, so what do you want to do, Kenny? You want to go through your picks first, or you want your game first?
We can do. I think we can do the college picks first, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
All right, so first game I have is Texas going up to the Big House to play that team up north. Texas is ranked 3rd in the country. Wolverines are ranked 10th. Texas is a 7.5-point favorite with the over-under last I saw was at 42.5. The Wolverines came out very sluggish against a Fresno State team that hasn't been relevant since the early 2000s. Texas looked really good against an equally poor Colorado State, but I'm going to obviously pick Texas to win this one handily. I got them winning 31-17.
100% agree with Kenny. Texas had an awesome recruiting class. Michigan is still trying to find their way, and I think Michigan wins this game handily. I'll say 40. Oh, Lamar. Okay. I'll say 42 to. I'm gonna say 42-17.
Kenny, how many players did Michigan have leave in the transfer portal?
In the transfer portal, I don't recall. I can look that up real quick. There was a lot though that ended up going between the draft and the portal. I think they lost like 18.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
This is a very different Michigan team than the one we saw last year. I think this is going to be a very close game. I think Texas wins that game. I think they're a significantly better football team at this point in time than Michigan is. I think Michigan will have some struggles early on. They may bring it around town and have a respectable record at the end of the year, but I don't think this is the same Michigan team that we saw last year. It's not even close. You win the national championship and then have that many players leave, that's not a good sign.
Boys, I need 15.5 yards from Lamar Jackson winning almost $400.
There we go.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24. If this is accurate, it's over 25 players left in the transfer portal for the Wolverines. With like 4 coming. One came from Michigan State, or Mississippi State. One came from Indiana. One came from Stanford, but they lost a ton just to the transfer portal alone. So they're in disarray right now because they've got the coaching issue, right? Their head coach doesn't have a contract at the moment. They have all sorts of players leaving either for the draft or the portal. I don't think the Wolverines are they're ranked 10th right now. I don't think that they stay in the top 25 this year at all.
I don't disagree with that.
I think they drop like a hot rock. Yeah. All right. The next game I have is Colorado, Nebraska. Nebraska's favored by 7.5. The over-under's at 58.5 the last I saw. Nebraska at home. Colorado doesn't look like they know what they're doing just yet. And I don't think this one's going to be close either. I don't think they hit the over, though. I think it'll end up being like 28-14. Nebraska wins. It'd be even more impressive if it was at night, but I think it's a middle of the day game, so it's going to be pretty average for most of it.
Nebraska, who?
No, I agree.
Cornhuskers.
No. Nebraska versus who?
Oh, Colorado.
Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So Kenny, I agree 100%.
My fault,
I don't think. I'm sorry. There were some questionable coaching decisions made by Dion last week against North Dakota State. North Dakota State, obviously a very good team in and of itself. However, I'm going to agree. I think Nebraska wins this game, and I think they cover.
Logically,
I've been doing. By the way, real quick, I've been actually doing freaking pretty well with my college football picks. Well, I don't know why we're doing a close up of me right now, but I've been doing pretty well with my college picks, guys. I just wanted to let you know. I picked Georgia Tech. That 1 week I've been doing well. So let's go with that. Anyway.
I think Nebraska wins. I think Colorado will make it closer, but it's gonna be a rocky season for them. And I think they're going to. Why are they having Zay Flowers like hide? What is that? What am I looking at? He's not that short.
Yeah, what did he do?
I have no idea what that was. Like, why is that a play call?
Oh, he did it. The corner did a good job of reading that.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Zone. They were in zone, so he passed the wide receiver off. The receiver was slanting, and he gave it to a linebacker right there, and that was awesome. Whatever.
They were pretending like they didn't know that Zay Flowers was on the field. Oh, he disappeared. Where'd he go?
Some high school stuff.
Yeah, I think Nebraska wins and
exactly what it was.
What's the spread?
I have it at 7.5 for Nebraska.
Nebraska wins. Colorado covers.
Ooh.
Give me a little action.
Jackson. All right. Next game I have is Iowa State heading over to Iowa. Iowa's ranked 21st. They're a 3-point favorite at Kinnick Stadium, and the over-under is at 35.5. It's a rivalry game. Iowa State's continuing to improve, but somehow Iowa looked really impressive last week, so I'm going to give it to Iowa. I don't think it gets anywhere close to the over-under on this one. I have it at 17-10 for Iowa.
I love this. Upset alert, baby. We're going to go Iowa for this one. I don't think Iowa wins this game at all because Iowa is in zero offense still. Iowa State does just enough. I agree with Kenny, though, on the under. Iowa State wins this game.
Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback to ever walk this planet. Holy cow. Iowa actually scored 40 points last week, Bruce, so thanks for bringing it up. And I think Iowa wins. I think they cover. Couldn't tell you. I saw the score is 40-0. They never did that in like the last 5 seasons. They never scored that many points. I don't care who they were playing. So I think Iowa wins. I think Iowa covers, and I don't think it's close. I think they embarrass their little brethren.
Who did they play last week?
Illinois
I knew this. They played
Illinois State.
Illinois
State. I had 2 kids that I coached in basketball playing in this game. One is offensive tackle for Iowa State, or excuse me, Iowa. The other one's an offensive tackle for Illinois State. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, buck the Ferds.
Anyway.
All right. Fourth game I got is Oklahoma versus Houston. Oklahoma's favored by a lot, 28.5 points. Over-unders at 49.5. Oklahoma is looking really good early in the season. Houston looked like absolute dog shit last week. No offense to Houston fans, but you guys are in some hot water right now. I got Oklahoma winning 42-10. It's not even going to be close for an old Big 12 matchup.
I'm going to 100% agree with Kenny because I don't know enough about either one of those teams. So what Kenny says is clear for me.
I know nothing about Houston. I know Oklahoma's good. I know nothing about Houston. So what was the spread? 20-something?
28.5 to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'll give them that. Oklahoma wins and covers.
All right. Last game I got for you guys is Oregon versus Boise State. Oregon looked very sluggish last week. I'm not really sure what that was. Usually they're a very high-flying, powerful offense. Yep. They looked very, very out of sync last week against, I think it was it Wyoming last week? But this week they get Boise State. They're favored by 18.5 with the over-under at 61.5. I'm going to take Oregon to win somewhat easily, 31-24. So they'll hit the over. No, they won't. Sorry, they won't hit the over, but they will be. It'll be a good matchup. I think Boise State's got a little bit of a surprise in there. They always tend to come in with some gadget plays, especially against the bigger teams. So I think it's a lot closer than the experts are predicting.
Penny going with that old school thought process. With the gadget plays that Pitt, wow. Going with that old school gadget with Boise State back in the day with the dude that ended up proposing to his girlfriend cheerleader on the sidelines in that bowl game against Oklahoma, I think it was. Crazy. Was it Oklahoma, Kenny?
Yeah, in I think the Fiesta Bowl. It was Oklahoma. The Statue of Liberty play. It was really unique to watch. I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah,
that was sick. But no, all right. So Oregon, Boise State. I'm gonna go Oregon. I think they win and cover. I just don't think Boise State is the same team. I don't disagree with Kenny about them pulling out all stops. However, when you know you're the pulling out all stops, what?
Nothing.
I don't disagree with that. However, the thought process, when you know you're the underdog, and you know you're a team that's not as good as the other one, you do whatever's necessary to try to get on the board and score, or to try to, do something to stay in the game. So it's not enough. Oregon handles Boise State. Lady.
Yeah, I mean, I think Oregon wins and covers. I don't think it's close. And I think they'll get back on track after a suspiciously poor offensive performance last week. I don't really see any concerns for them here. I think we're good.
All right, boys. Let's have some fun. NFL. First picks of the year.
All right. We've got tonight. Chiefs are up 13-7 right now. Bruce and I talked about it earlier. Kenny, do you have any thoughts on the game?
Is he frozen?
Kenny?
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, I will start with Packers Eagles. I will kind of go on my low rant here real quick. So in Brazil, we already talked about it. Oh, you back, Kenny?
Yeah, had some technical issues, I guess. My fault.
You're good. All right. So
That
real
was
quick,
awesome.
Ravens Chiefs. Any thoughts?
Ravens Chiefs. I mean, I want the Ravens to win. I think the Chiefs end up winning. They usually do pretty well in their opener. Andy Reid's a tough guy to go up against in terms of coaching. So, want the Ravens. I think Chiefs win.
Real quick, thoughts about Derrick Henry in a Ravens uniform?
I can't wait to get it.
Ooh,
That's
Purple
sick.
one?
the purple
Good
one,
answer.
Black one.
the black. Oh, that's
Yep.
hot.
That's what I'll get
Yeah,
to.
that's hot. All right, so the first game we've got is Packers Eagles. Once again, being played in Brazil. Currently, we have the Philadelphia Eagles favored by 2, over under 49.5. My entire thought process in this is there's really no advantage in the location to anybody. Both the Eagles and the Packers had to go through some pretty terrible travel conditions. Both of them have some rough conditions in Brazil. The biggest thing in this is just who is more prepared and who is more healthy. The Packers are healthier based off of the injury reports we saw today. And I think as of right now, with the historic crash we saw from the Eagles last season and where both teams finished last season, I would have to go with the Packers. I think this is going to be one of the harder matchups for the Packers this season. The first game of the year in a weird location. It's just a very awkward game. Philadelphia favored by 2. I don't think that they cover that. I think the Packers win. I think the Packers cover. The Packers offense matches beautifully to the Eagles' weaknesses on defense. And I think Jordan Love has his cementing primetime game that says, ladies and gentlemen, I am here and I am ready for an MVP run.
So one of the things so you stole a little bit what I was going to say. Money's coming in right now, currently on the Philadelphia Eagles, because right now it's at 2.5. But the one thing they just said that actually made me like, one of the things I was going to talk about was this game, while not terrible, not super meaningful for the Green Bay Packers, is, in my opinion, meaningful for Jordan Love. It's a primetime game. You already alluded to that. It's a game to say, like, listen, MFers, I'm here. I'm ready to go. I am the next big thing here in Green Bay. I have taken the reins from Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now my name is here. My name is Jordan Love. Let's talk to you. Yeah. So I think this is a big game for him. Many people won't think that, but I think it's a big game for the Packers. I'm actually picking the Packers to win this game, win the game and cover.
So I think at a 2-point spread, it's pretty much a pick 'em. The thing that concerns me about the Packers, though, is, and I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, but apparently their hotel accommodations have them at about 2 hours away from the stadium.
It's true.
So that's small time college program kind of distance to travel, or high school program distances to travel. So I am concerned about that for them as a pick 'em. And since I hate the Packers, I'll side with the Eagles. I'll take them.
Kenny! Like it. All right.
Second game, Steelers Falcons. This is in Atlanta. Atlanta favored by 3.5. Over under at 41.5. I'm going to go with the Falcons easily. Russell Wilson is not healthy. Justin Fields is not good. And the Falcons have a new regime with Raheem Morris. And I think they're going to dominate the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 1 with a win and a cover.
MJ coming in hot. So there's already word out there right now that Russell Wilson will not be starting this week because of calf. Am I wrong with that? Calf injury?
Yes, I believe so.
So is it official that Fields is starting?
No, it's official that Russell Wilson has a calf injury.
So, all right. So regardless, I don't care whether it be one Reed Fields. Go, get some yards. Let's go. Sorry. Whether that be one Reed Fields or that be busted ass Russell Wilson, the Falcons end up winning this game rather handily. I do like Mike Tomlin. I do like the Steelers franchise. I do like what they've done with that team. I just think that, as the old saying goes, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback.
I want to pick the Steelers, and I think if the Steelers were at home, I think it'd be a little bit different of a story. There's too many question marks. I trust the Steelers defense. but I think the Falcons are going to take this one pretty easily. I think they
need
cover the
2.5
spread.
yards by Lamar Jackson, boys.
I think the Falcons cover the spread pretty easily in this one, especially for a home opener. But crazy things happen in week 1, so maybe the Steelers can come out on top, but I really think it's the Falcons week.
One of my favorite games of the week is Cardinals-Bills in Buffalo to open up the season. Buffalo is favored by 6.5. I think this will be the game where the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, announced that, hey, I'm back. I am healthy. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be elite. I still think the Bills win the football game, but I think the Cardinals cover a spread of 6.5, over under at 47.5. I think it goes well over. I think the Cardinals cover the spread, and we have probably the most exciting game of the 12 p.m. slot. Sorry to Titans Bears, which we have up next.
I just want it. Boom. I just want my fucking bet. In the first half, boys. Little $400 action. $400 action.
And then you're right, MJ.
All right,
bust
anyway.
this bad boy out and be like, ah!
That's beautiful. It's so perfect. Let's go. All right. Anyway. All right. So we got. What game was this? This was Bills Cardinals.
Cardinals Bills. Buffalo favored by 6.5. Over under 47.5 in Buffalo.
Bills win. Bills cover.
I'll take the Cardinals to win. I do think they hit the over pretty easily. I'll at least take the Cardinals to cover. I do think that they can end up beating the Bills. I think their window's closed if it's not absolutely closing. And I think the Cardinals have an opportunity to demonstrate that they are on the upswing, especially with Marvin Harrison Jr. Can't wait to get that jersey either. So sign the contract, Marv. That'd be great. But I got the Cardinals on this one.
All right, Titans Bears, Chicago at home. Caleb Williams debut, favored by 3.5, over under of 44.5. The Chicago Bears will win this football game. I think it's going to be a good debut for Caleb Williams at home. It's going to get the Bears fans all hot and bothered and get them all the way up on their high horse to get ready for another disappointment. The Titans are just that bad. I would be shocked if the Bears lose this football game. They win. They cover easily. Wouldn't be surprised if the under hit, though.
So I don't think it's as easy as MJ is saying. I do think the Bears win and cover. However, I think it's a 24-20 type game. So they just hit that over or push, excuse me. So so I'm going to say 24-20 Bears win. While no, I don't disagree with the Bears winning. However, I think the Titans are okay enough to keep it close, especially new defensive coordinator, not knowing what's run, new system, new thing going on, not knowing what to scout. So I'll say Bears cover 24-20.
I just did the math, and that's kind of what I had it at too, is 24-20. If Vrabel's still the head coach in Tennessee, it would be an easy win for the Titans. I think with the rookie quarterback.
That's not easy. Come on. Not just because you hate Caleb Williams.
I don't hate Caleb Williams. I hate Flus. There's a big difference. But without Vrabel and the Bears at home, and again, the hype train's real, or it's there at least. Bears win. I got them winning 24-20.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the slaughter of the week. I'm looking at you, Jack Gaffney. This is Patriots at Bengals. Bengals are favored by 8.5, over under of 40.5, only because it'll be incredibly impressive if the Patriots score a point. I'm going Bengals win, cover. I think they will hit over just because of how many points the Bengals will score. I would not be surprised if you see Drake May by halftime.
100% agree. Got nothing more.
Same. Joe Burrow puts on a show, puts the Patriots to shame. Easy win for the Bengals.
Texans Colts, Houston on the road in Indianapolis, but they are favored by 3, over under 48.5. I think this will be an offensive fireworks type game. Anthony Richardson looking to prove that he's back and ready to roll against the darling CJ Stroud. I think the Texans will handle the Colts. But I wouldn't mess around with any spread on this. I think this is an AFC South game. They always play each other very closely. And I think the Texans will win, but it will be very close. And I would not be surprised if you see a explosive performance from Anthony Richardson and somehow the Colts win at home.
I'll tab you there with the thought process on the AFC South matchup. However, I'm going to say Texans win, Texans cover, because Anthony Richardson is Justin Fields 2.0.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I got Houston winning pretty easily in this one. I wish the best for Richardson. I just don't think the Colts have done enough to bolster that roster, whereas the Texans have really solidified everything. So I think the Texans dominate this one too.
This is my don't touch it game of the week. We've got Jaguars at Dolphins, 2 Florida teams facing off in week 1. Miami is favored by 3.5 at home, which means it's basically a pick 'em. 48.5 is the over under. I really just wouldn't touch this game. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't really love either team going into this season. If I had a gun to my head and had to pick, I would pick the Dolphins because I don't trust Trevor Lawrence as far as I can throw him. And I just, if I'm betting and my money, don't touch it.
I don't disagree with that, actually. The only thing I'm betting on in this game is the over. And
Yep.
So I'm betting the over in this one. Oh, talk with that miss. I'm gonna go with
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins to win this game and cover. Or it's gonna be an over.
I'll take the Dolphins. Pretty much the same. I would never trust Trevor Lawrence at all with any offense. I do kind of like the Jaguars defense a little bit more than the Dolphins defense, but I think the Dolphins end up winning this one pretty decently. I think they'll be able to at least hit the over on it.
In the most depressing game of the week, we have Panthers versus Saints in New Orleans. Couldn't care less. We already talked about this earlier. Saints win. Saints cover. They're favored by 4. Who gives a rip? This game is going to suck. Nobody's going to watch it.
I'm going to say it's a tie 3-3. No, all right, legit. All right, I have the Saints
for the under. Okay.
Hardcore bet the under. That's it.
Yep, bet the under. Pick the Saints if you have to. That's about it. Saints have the better uniforms too. That's it.
True.
True.
In another game that nobody is going to watch unless you live in Minneapolis or New York, and even in New York, you're watching the Jets game. We've got Vikings at Giants at the Meadowlands. Minnesota favored by 1.5, over under of 41.5. You've got Sam Darnold versus Daniel Jones. There are 1,000
under so high.
What?
Sorry, why is the over under so damn high in this game?
I mean, it's the second lowest over under I've seen.
41.5. We saw lower with Justin Fields as quarterback of Chicago Bears. Kenny. All right,
well, I think the Vikings are better, but I don't know. Just because I talked about Malik Neighbors being great earlier, I'll go with the Giants to win and cover with a great game by Malik Neighbors, and I hate the Vikings. So
I don't know. Oh, God, this is so difficult. Oh, God. I think the Vikings roster is just better, honestly. I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings win. And I'm gonna go score of 13-7.
Sounds real appetizing.
I'll take the Meadowlands turf to win by 3 injuries. I guess I'll take the Giants then, just to be different. But I really think the Vikings are the better team. Just home field advantage week 1 kind of speaks to me on this one, so I'll take the Giants.
Roquan Smith.
There's no way.
Actually, no. You're not that different. MJ picked the Giants too.
Yeah, I picked the Giants too.
Kenny, sorry. Well, I was going off. You were saying that it was a much better roster. So sorry.
It's
All
okay.
fair.
All right. Some of these games just suck, man. I don't care. Football's back. I'm happy. Afternoon game that no one will watch. Actually, I don't want to watch any of these afternoon games. What are we doing, NFL? These are
Run it through. Let's run it through.
Raiders, Chargers. Chargers favored by 3. Give me the Raiders to win and cover.
Same. Raiders win. Raiders cover.
Raiders for sure.
Broncos, Seahawks.
Wait, no.
Seahawks favored by 6 at home. I think the Seahawks win. The Broncos cover. Oh, next is speaking to you, Bruce.
Yes. He's like, you know what? Screw it. Broncos win.
Whoa.
Bo Nix might be speaking, but the rest of that offense is terrible, so I'll take the Seahawks.
Sorry, you have Sean Payton as the coach, Kenny. Come on now.
All right.
So
We've got
one Super Bowl.
Cowboys at Browns. This just shows how horrible the Cowboys are. The Browns are favored to win by 2.5. Over under a 40.5, which is the lowest of the week. I don't want to pick either team. I hate the Cowboys because they're just a useless NFL franchise. Don't really like the Browns, but I think the Browns win in a close one at home.
Lamar Jackson. I should have done a higher bet. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to go Cowboys win, Cowboys cover, and I think it rather handily because Dak Prescott is going to throw for like 4 touchdowns. And Deshaun Watson is going to get 4 massages.
I got Cleveland winning, I guess. I don't really care about this one. Does nothing for me. So I'll take Cleveland because I hate Dallas.
Fair.
I mean, I hate it too, but.
All right, we've got the Washington Kamimamis at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers favored by 3.5. I hate both teams. Give me the Communists. I think they win.
I'm going to go Buccaneers because I actually like Baker Mayfield, and I think he's changed a lot. And Mike Evans, Godwin, give me some loving. Let's have some fun. Let's get after it.
Each game you announce is worse than the last. I can't stand Baker Mayfield as a person, and the Commanders shouldn't be the Commanders. So Buccaneers because they have a nice pirate ship in their stadium, I guess. I don't really care.
I love Baker Mayfield now. He's changed, Kenny. He's changed. People get second chances.
He is
People get second chances.
Only slightly better than what's his face, Johnny Manziel.
Don't say it. No, I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah, I'll take Mayfield over Manziel, but I hate Mayfield for what he did on the Ohio State field. Piece of shit.
Oh, you guys deserved it. Anyway,
petty. I believe we got 2 more games left. Rams, Lions. Matthew Stafford returns home, and Matthew Stafford wins in his return home as the Rams win and cover.
Last time, the Lions played the Rams. Lions ended up winning. Lions have a better offensive line. Lions have a better defensive line. Lions may have a better skill positions. But do the Lions have a better quarterback? The answer is no. Rams win. Rams cover. Well, obviously.
I'll take the Lions on this one. I think at home, Lions are a great team. I think Dan Campbell will have them ready for action. They're going to be biting some kneecaps. I'll take the Lions for sure.
I want to do Lions, but I just kind of wanted to agree with MJ on this because I never agree with them.
Thank you, Bruce. Last game of the week, Monday night, again. Primetime, again. Aaron Rodgers' second debut with the New York Jets. This time on the road against the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers' kryptonite. 49ers are favored to win by 4.5.
Packers
49ers.
Packers kryptonite.
Say it with your chest, Bruce.
Packers kryptonite. The 49ers have always been the Packers kryptonite. They're the Chicago Bears' big brother.
They've been Aaron Rodgers' kryptonite.
Anyway, who you got?
Been Aaron Rodgers' kryptonite. I've got the 49ers. They're going to slaughter the Jets in San
Oh, they're
Francisco.
gonna smoke them. Agree. 49ers win, 49ers cover, 49ers. I'm going to bet the over because the 49ers are going to cover the over by themselves. Oh, goodness.
They're going to score 44 points.
They're going to score 42 at least.
That would be the under.
Well, the Packers will at least kick a field goal.
42-0 49ers. No, 49ers win very easily. I don't see a whole lot coming out of the Jets. Soleil needs to have a great season in order to keep his job, but hopefully the ownership doesn't look at this matchup alone for it. 49ers dominate.
Bang.
He's fired. He's fired mid-season.
Yeah, week 10, I think. He's gone.
Yep.
Whoa.
Agree.
Not if this man has anything to say about it.
But if it's fine, no. I think
he'll be a Viking by week 10. So
if the
right.
Jets are like around 500, I guarantee they're calling for his head.
Yeah, the fans don't want to wait around for this.
Guess who's out there? Bill Belichick.
Flus.
Oh, Matt Eberflus. I hear he's gonna need a job.
That's coach of the year, bro. That's coach of the year right there. You're talking about
for what? D2.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. They were comparing him to Lovie Smith today, so.
Yeah, Lovie Smith got fired for a 10-6 season, so I get it. I get the comparisons.
So if he's 10-7 right now, winning coach of the year,
I don't see how 10-7 wins you coach of the year.
It does not.
But
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that, but I really don't. But
I wish nothing but the best. I want the Bears to win. I have turned very sour on the franchise.
I know you hate them. It's okay.
So
don't be a hater. Can you be a celebrator?
Well, there's nothing to celebrate in Chicago right now. So
dang, that's tough.
The only thing to celebrate right now is potential.
Yeah. And where does that get anybody?
I don't know. Kenny, you're also a White Sox fan, aren't you?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Notice I'm not wearing the hat, though. Marlins.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I learned to put that hat away for the year.
Fair enough. I don't blame you shit. But yeah. All right, boys. NFL's back. What?
Hyatt, what?
Wow.
Because they're going to do it without me doing that. Thank you very much.
Shit. All right, how about this? I'll take back shots from Caleb Williams if the Bears win a Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck as long as nothing's getting put in me.
Stroke that thing, Cuzzo.
All right, and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of Third Down Thursdays. My name is MJ. That gentleman to my left is Coach Bruce. That dashing young man below me is Coach Kenny. We'll be back next week.
You never know.
For some more chaos. We love you all. Card guy, run it, please.
Let's go.
Go Bears.
Hey, Bruce.
Yo.
Oh, you're not even there. Enjoy that bet money.